Hey Hector, hey man. So no worries, I totally get getting the job wrapped up. I've been there before as well, so this is why I'm putting this video together so you can get my concept of this and the data that we pulled, so you can make an educated decision on kind of which way you want to go. So I already had a lot of this information put together because I actually did the research on this website before we had our last meeting. The only reason I didn't talk about going this route is because for me, it's not the best use of your money or your time to advertise SEO to do SEO in this particular industry, and I'm going to kind of go over the reasons why. I have two really good friends in the insurance industry. One of them is a pretty big brokership here in town, and the other one is just an agent, but he's been a really good friend of mine for a while. And the brokership is one of my clients, and so I called them because I went and looked at how many people are actually searching for water damage repair, water damage, Las Vegas, mold remediation, and the numbers are really low, really low. So I contacted them to say, hey man, about how many claims are you guys, do you see on average in the state? And it was way more than this. So that told me that when someone has water damage, this isn't the way they're getting their problem solved. Now, some of them are, right? And I'll tell you kind of where some of those are coming from. But in short, this is a very small bucket. If we took the total of just the main ones we see here, and let's add, 150 just for good measure, 570 people are looking for water damage repair in Vegas through Google. It doesn't mean that then there's way more than that are actually getting water damage services. So, and it's also very different than the 6,000 plus people looking for HVAC, right? Just massive different number of the buckets are very different sizes. One only has 570, one has 6,000, and remember that you can expect 20 to 30% of the calls to come through. Excuse me. So if you're getting 30% of this, and it's 170 calls as opposed to 1,800. So very different volume. Now I know the mold remediation and the water damage repair can lend to larger work, right? So just across the street recently there was water damage, and they had a team out there for over 6 to 10 days. I mean, they brought out the huge dumpster. I mean, it was a full kitchen rebuild, right? So I'm sure there were double-digit thousands of dollars involved there, right? But again, you're competing for a very small bucket, and the people you're competing against to rank are pretty rooted. It won't be an easy campaign. You can see here, let me make this a little bigger. So these guys have 53 pages and 246 backlinks, 40 pages, 858 backlinks, 37 pages, 201 backlinks, 104 pages, 603 backlinks, 243 pages, and 1,000 backlinks. And on yours, yours is literally one page. These aren't even different pages. These are just different sections of your same page, and the backlinks you have 4. And then I want to say that the website's pretty new, or at least pretty recent. And a lot of these guys, they've been around for a couple years. Some 8, 10 years, others 3 or 4. But remember, that's a metric that we can't replicate, is age. So anyways, it would be just as challenging to rank you here. And I'll be honest, I have a little bit of insight on this. I'm going to say even more challenging than HVAC. And here's why. So here, we've had this website, Elite Water Damage Las Vegas, running for quite a while. The same amount of time that I've had Las Vegas tree removal and Elite Las Vegas Roofing. Now, tree removal, huge industry as well. And roofing, again, huge industry, meaning huge money-making, expensive. Let's go roofing Las Vegas. So roofing companies in Las Vegas, roofing contractors. I mean, it's a big industry. And here, let me go find the keywords. This site is already on the first page for its major keywords. And this site is already on the first page for its major keywords. Yet this site, the water damage site, and we put the same amount of work across all three, is still on page 8 and 9. So it is a very challenging niche to break into. So that's why I'm like, hey, don't go this route. There's other ways to go about it. There's other ways that you can market. And what I've seen suggested is you go after people who have a reason to refer you for this particular service. Now, some people have already done this, but they do it in a very, let's say, dumb way, right? Like, so when I called, they're like, yeah, they have Serve Pro come here. I think that's one of the companies. Where is it? Water damage, water reclamation. What's that big? Yeah, Serve Pro. Yeah, they say, yeah, they have Serve Pro come here and they bring chips and they go down to, around to all the offices, but like you can hear in her voice that it was just very contrived. It was very not personal. And so there's a right and wrong way to do something. Just because it's been done before and it didn't work doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means it wasn't done right. But insurance agents are a great person to get a hold of. Now, not all of them are going to be able to refer, because again, most of them will just say, call the main office, and they will send an adjuster. You know how it works. They'll send out an adjuster, and they'll take care of it. And as soon as they're like, okay, we'll send someone to come, fix it, because they have those relationships already built. But some insurance agents will, it's not worth making a claim for, or they'll suggest, don't make a claim, see what you can get quoted first before making a claim. And if you build enough relationships with insurance agents, with property managers, with plumbers are one of the first people called on, because if a water heater breaks and it's all over their kitchen and it damaged the floor, if you have a plumber that you do work with, right, that you bring on for a couple of your projects, they're more apt to say, oh, here you go, you're going to want to call this guy to get an assessment, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, it's, from what I've seen, the effort that goes into ranking a site for water damage repair isn't worth the reward or return that you get on it. There's better ways to market, and unfortunately, it does still take time to build these relationships with these other industries that have a need for your service. But from what I've heard, that is the better way to go. You get a bigger return on your money and your time. And I mean, it could be in 1 month that you have 2-3 people that you have built a relationship with that want to start sending you business, and they send you business immediately. So anyways, that's the reason that I didn't bring this up during the first meeting, because it's, when we look at a company and we think about their marketing dollars and what they have to spend, we always try to find what will get them the best and biggest win. We've had companies say that they want to rank for a particular site, and then when I show them, for a particular keyword, and then when I show them that nobody is searching that keyword, so we can rank you there, we can totally take your money. But at the end of our campaign, when you are ranking on the first page of Google, I'm going to get a call and you're going to say, Gabe, I'm on Google, but why am I not getting phone calls? I'm going to say, hey, it's because no one was searching for that term. So very important part of the research, and it's why we didn't suggest going down that route with SEO, or to be honest, even pay-per-click, because these searches are both for pay-per-click and organic. You know, this is the total number of searches for this particular term, whatever we decide to put in. So anyways, that's my suggestion on which way to go with your company, you know, when it comes to marketing. We can definitely still market, and we can build a campaign, something separate, that because it's going to be different. That's very hands-on. That's very, you know, me either teaching you how to approach and giving you tactics to approach and helping you follow up. You finding someone in the office maybe that likes talking to people or being personable, that has the time, or that's us getting somebody to be a representative of your company. Like, there's a lot of different ways to do it, but for the water damage repair, it needs to be more of a hands-on, building relationships with other vendors. You'll get a better return on your money that way. On the HVAC, yes. With that, if you can float the discount that we gave you, then let's move forward. Sign that over the weekend. Then by Monday, we'll send you over the next steps, which will be us getting together, going over the plan, and giving you a breakdown on kind of what to expect when and what we need from you to kind of move forward with that. But yeah, if between them both, HVAC or plumbing. We didn't break down plumbing, but you know, it's if you lean more towards, you know, real quick. Yeah, I mean, plumbing's huge as well. So, and let me take a look real quick. Plumber Las Vegas. I know it's competitive as well. I actually know these guys. I went to church with these guys. All right, so surface view, just preliminary, just with seeing their backlinks and some of their pages. Hold on one second. Let me do something really quick. Yeah, that wasn't. I knew that wasn't telling me the truth, because there's no way these guys are ranking with only 11. So yeah, they have 320. So yeah, plumbing and HVAC are going to be just as competitive. So you just have to decide on your end, like what industry do you really want to be in? Which one do you really? Where do you make the most money? What has the most margins, right? Which is the easiest to build a big team around? You know, is it easier to find HVAC techs or plumbers? What, you know, it's the insurance different for each one. You know, so figure out which one you want to do, and let me know. It'll be the same rate for either one, whether it be HVAC or plumbing. And yeah, and then let's move forward. All right, man.